Are you having trouble? Is your carrier struggling? If you have a problem with how do you update that in Seller Central, how to troubleshoot some common brand registry setup, I'm going to talk about how to solve that. This is very much a beginner's topic that we'll be covering today. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy.
In this video, I'm sharing the top 10 catalog troubleshooting videos on the My Amazon Guy YouTube channel.
Are you having trouble updating your title, your bullets, or other attributes on Amazon? You put it into the back end of Seller Central and it simply won't update and reflect on the front end. All right, so this is a new item that I am in the process of launching. So on the front end, we've got this reflecting. On the back end, I have something entirely different. Here's the back end, and you can see here is a long, well-optimized title. In addition to that, I also have my bullet points optimized. And again, here's what we see in the front end with ridiculous zeros. And basically the way this happened, the way I made this was instead of using a template upload, I went to the variations tab and I added another color in here. And that's how I made it. And so the problem is that the color I added for because virtual teaching right here, it's sticking the title. It will not let it change. Now, I have gone back and forth with Seller Central repeatedly to try and get this to be fixed. And I'm going to show you one of the most frustrating parts about this process. UPC codes are getting trickier as time goes on. In this video, I'm going to talk about the error message that many people receive when they're trying to use some of their UPC codes and how to fix it using GS1. This is the error message that many people are receiving right now. UPC codes do not match the products you are trying to list. And this is an error that many sellers currently see when listing new products. So this particular video is only going to fix new products, not old products. It is possible to change a UPC code on an old product, but we generally don't recommend it. For new products, this particular fix, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to GS1 and make the purchase. You're going to get a prefix. If you only have like 2 or 3 SKUs, you can buy a single UPC code. What factors into the buy box on Amazon? So in this particular product that we're looking at here, there are 8 sellers, and I want to talk about what factors into a buy box. So here's what factors in to a buy box. You've got the speed of which an item ships to a consumer. You have the price, and you have prime versus no prime. And then you have selling account metrics. So those are kind of the 4 key areas that affect buy box. So in this particular instance, we have a seller who is $1 cheaper than everybody else.
So you're changing your legal entity, or maybe you're selling the brand. How do you update that in Seller Central? And in this video, I'll show you how to do it. Log into Seller Central, and on the top right, you're going to click on this little gear icon, account info. That'll bring you to this screen right here. There are 2 areas that you may want to check out. One is the legal entity section, and then the other is the tax information. Now, if you're going to change anything, you're going to do this in the tax information location. So in here, you simply click that. This is going to show you your address and your legal business name. We're having that blurred out. And then you can click on Update Tax Information. This will have you redo your tax interview. You can select individual or business.
Have you filed your brand registry, but the store is not showing up on your Seller Central account? I'm going to talk you through how to troubleshoot some common brand registry setup technical issues. My favorite way to do this is to go over into Seller Central and go grab your merchant token. Your merchant token is a unique ID that's specific to your Seller Central account. To grab access to this, you go to Settings and Account Info. That will pull this page up right here. On this page, under Business Information, you click on Merchant Token. That will bring a screen up that has this information on it. If your best sellers rank disappears, that's a problem. I'm going to talk about how to solve that and what you need to do if your BSR or sales rank disappears. All right, so I'm going to show you on the back end of Seller Central. Here you can see in this column that the business ranking is not present. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about or don't know how to view this sales rank column right here in the middle where my cursor is, you go over to Preferences and select the ranking checkbox, check that there, and then head back and you'll be able to see it. And if yours is blank or 0 or doesn't have anything, it's usually because of one of two reasons. Number one, you haven't sold the product yet and it doesn't have any ranking. And that's not a problem in the sense of a technical issue. It just means you need to get some sales. If you have a problem with your secondary images not showing up on Amazon, this is the video for you. If you go into Seller Central and you have an issue with an item not showing the secondary images, this is the most important thing you need to check. On the far right-hand side, where you see there's a drop-down column for UPC and EAN, right? This does need to be enabled. So if you haven't enabled this, go up to the Preferences column in the top right and enable UPC. The thing I want to call out here is that if you are loading products and using an ASIN, is your carrier struggling to get the item delivered to an FBA facility? If so, this is the video for you. So we're going to be talking about Amazon's Carrier Central, as well as some information about checking an LTL into FBA. So if you're using an Amazon partnered carrier, this video is not for you. The partnered carriers know exactly what to do, and they come and pick it up from your own warehouse. So this video is instead if you're using your own carrier. There is some reasons why you'd want to use your own carrier, and in the case of international shipping, you have to. So if you're shipping from the US into Canada, for example, you have to use your own carrier. But if you are shipping within the US to US, 9 out of 10 times, you probably ought to use the Amazon partnered carrier because it's easier and it's cheaper generally, and there's less risk. So if an item gets damaged during the transit, if you use the Amazon partnered carrier, you're off the hook. They take care of everything.
Creating parentages using the variation wizard is actually one of the worst ways you can go about it. Why? Because you are constantly going to run into error codes, you're going to have issues all the time, and Amazon does not help you with any of it, and realistically, it doesn't update the way it's supposed to most of the time. I'm going to walk you through how to create a parentage in the correct way and make sure it gets done right every single time. We're going to be doing this using a flat file upload. For those that don't know what a flat file upload is, it's a template on Amazon's backend that you can download, open up in Excel, and then edit all of the different details on a product listing that you need to. It has a much higher success rate than anything you do on Amazon's actual backend platform. So let's get started right now. And to Amazon Seller Central, you go and you can come on over here. First thing we're going to do,
the Brand Catalog Manager is a new tool or UI section of Seller Central where you can learn something new about your products. So on the screen here, it defaults to loading these products by the most potential opportunity. I'm going to walk you through how you might be able to gather some insight or use this. Here we go. We got two sellers of this one. So do we have a hijacker here? Let's find out. We do. We've got Prime Store hijacking my listing. This is the first time I became aware of it. And they've got 3 ratings on their store, 33% positive ratings. So you know these guys are probably scumbags. We're going to report them and try and get those hijackers off. So that's a little nice value add there to find out, okay, one-click button, do I have a hijacker? Oh, I did. Right there, bingo. All in 5 minutes, you can get a pretty good high-level view of what's going on your account. For more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and check out our other inventory catalog videos like the ones you see on the screen.